There's a lot. Yeah.
Conan's a fucking badass.
But not a lot of blood.
No, that's
a lot
the
of
thing.
killing, not a lot of blood. So you got to see everybody fall, but you didn't get to see them bleed
Right,
out.
that's how they get away with that.
Yeah. No like blood pack explosions like in the first one.
Right. Well, this is where we find out the Keeper's got a magic door opener.
Yeah. yeah. He's got a garage door opener, but it's his gauntlets.
Yeah.
The dude walks up, he's like, king, king,
Like, he
king,
puts them
king.
together like Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
king,
Yeah.
king.
And he does some weird shit with his hands. Like, he puts them together. I'll show you, Mitch. He's like this. Kind of like two snakes together. And it's fucking weird, right? And then he magics the door open, right?
Right.
So they go into the inner chamber where they just got the horn from, right? And Mako shuts that, or that actually
so
gets
they have
shut.
like a wizard fight.
Yeah, they get to a wizard battle.
Full-on wizard fight
Yeah.
with people doing like hand gestures and grunts
Lightning bolt.
Not quite.
Lightning
There's
bolt.
there's no visual magic.
No, it's just they're moving big
just,
giant stone doors. Yeah. And the other dude gets pissed.
For the
because
record,
he
Dan
actually
was
beats him.
For the record, Dan was making a diamond symbol while
Like DDP.
yeah.
Yeah.
Diamond upside down is a pussy.
And the great magic battle of fucking whatever time period that is, the Hyborian age, basically happened.
Yeah.
And they discover there's a back door, which I don't know why they didn't use that to begin with, because they saw it. Bubata just looks through it. It's like, oh, let's go this way.
Will Chamberlain knew it was there.
yeah.
And then
he knew there was a back door.
Then you
there.
find out, okay, he's done with this shit. So he starts smashing the ceiling, causing a cave-in to trap them inside.
Okay.
So he's basically helping their escape, but at the same time locking Conan and the rest of the merry band of bandoliers. You know what I mean?
But he doesn't want to get caught, right? He doesn't want to give himself up.
No.
So he's taken the
Princess.
The princess,
or
okay.
or Jenna. Yeah.
He's taking Jenna to the queen at this point. That's
Right.
his
Yeah.
plan.
Okay.
So he reaches a point where they're in.
And they come
still-
out right where their horses are.
Yeah, I know that was
which
fucking
is
magical.
crazy.
Yeah.
There's a-
Like he poked a hole in there just so he
Yeah.
could see it before, and
He's
it was like, oh, there's a door here.
there?
Yeah, again,
Where are they
yeah.
at?
Again, that leads to Wilt Chamberlain knowing where the back door is.
Yeah.
Because he already knew.
Heyo.
Where'd we
knew.
park? Where'd we park?
Don't worry, I know where it is. And then they
I just
get
don't
out.
want to sit down right now.
Yeah, they basically escape and they get away. Sorry.
And then Conan digs his ass through the cave-in.
Fuck yeah.
Saves the day.
On all those styrofoam rocks.
Yeah,
and
that
kinda
wasn't hard.
Like,
Wasn't too
like,
hard to move.
He fucking falls down the fucking rock. It's comedic looking at
It
that
really
part too,
is.
because it's really like everything's just moving. So they finally get out and they're like, oh well, it must have been a setup. They figure it out at this point. Finally, you know what I mean?
So they're
Like,
going after. They're in chase. But what we do is we get to the queen, and he delivers her, I guess, and she puts something in her drink. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. It's
And
like,
then they are like, "Oh yeah, you did it. Here, have a drink."
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she's about to be sacrificed.
because it's her birthday
Ooh.
too. It's
Yeah,
her.
it's
It's
a
like her
birthday
birthday
because they're celebrating it across
Happy
the kingdom.
birthday.
Yeah, it's her
Yeah.
birthday, and she puts some cocaine in her
Look, cocaine.
a little
I think
cocaine.
It
in
was
her,
the
in her
opposite
wine.
of cocaine.
Yeah, it was
It
some.
was like some opium or something, some sort of.
Date rape drug.
Yeah, they ground
yeah,
up.
Yeah, there you go. Whatever that's.
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain probably gave it to him.
Bill Cosby ate in this movie.
Will Chamberlain didn't need that.
No, I know.
You
He was Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, Bill Cosby wasn't here.
in the pudding.
So this is where Malik actually comes in handy.
Yes.
So he knows a back way into the castle.
Well, he
The
fucks
castle.
up because he didn't want to go. He's like, I
Right.
ain't going. And then they all take off, and he's like, then he hears the other bad guys coming. He's like,
Yeah.
oh wait, you need me.
Yeah,
And
well, well, then he keeps talking about how his brother's uncle's former roommate or whatever used to get in.
Yes, yeah, like
Stuck out of the prison. that
because
way
they
or
stop there and they're
something.
like, well, I guess we're not getting in. It's protected. And he's like, well, we might as well give up.
And they're like all talking about it, and the whole time Conan's just bending the bars.
yeah, they're bitching. They're like, ew, who cares who the fuck it was?
Right.
Fucking somebody got out of here, and because like Malik almost falls down the waterfall because it's behind a
He's an
waterfall.
idiot,
Yeah, and then they have the bars, and Conan basically just bends the bars by hand, the iron bars, and gets them all the way through the back door, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, the back door. That's another Boombata entrance.
Well, speaking of that, because
Yes.
we're about to get to the final battle.
Yes, because they finally get
the
in.
final battle before the final battle.
Yeah, before
But the
yeah.
final battle between these two characters.
Yeah, it's finally coming to a head because they're
That's right.
sneaking in, and then Boombata's for
Sneaking
some
in the back
reason.
door.
Yeah, Boombata for some
Just the
reason
tip.
is like just finishing up with somebody or
Just
something.
try
I don't know what he's doing, but he's walking out of that chamber because like he
Yeah,
was in there
yeah.
by himself for some reason, or was he?
Or was he?
Yeah, or
There's-
he's already
that's
slept with
'cause
6
eight-
women at
they-
that point.
ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And so basically, yeah, he's about to walk out, and then Conan shows up, and then that's when the dramatic music pops up, boom, 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 and they get into the fucking badass battle. Right, Boombata's like fucking baseball swinging that fucking
Yeah, he is.
eagle-headed club or some shit that he's got. Right,
Yeah,
right.
And it's like literally taking like the fucking marble off the walls and shit.
Yeah.
He's a badass too. They're both fighting because Arnold Schwarzenegger's what 6'2" and he's 7'1".
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's like a big, giant, massive, awesome fight.
Which is it's impressive.
Which is
against
finally
Arnold.
at one point, like it's early in the fight, but somehow it doesn't hurt him very badly.
yeah,
He takes out one of Wilt's legs.
Mm.
He and I'm like, that would have cleaved off his leg, right? Or at least like into his leg. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's a way
Yeah.
but then Wilt's fine. He doesn't care. He's going to keep on fighting.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
But it would,
It's
yeah.
like,
He basically kills him at this point too.
Yeah,
Gets
yeah.
rid of the biggest threat,
Yeah,
I guess,
for sure.
of the whole movie, and that's Boombata.
Because he is a badass. That was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. They actually did a really good job. There was no spinsies, nothing like that. There was just straight up fucking battle, right? It was badass, right?
And this is back to our foreshadowing from earlier with Boombatu and Zula's fight when she bit his ear because he fucking Mike Tyson's Conan.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He straight bites his ear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he just learned that from her.
Yeah.
This
Son of
movie's
a-
so progressive.
Yeah,
I love it.
dirty
It's
bastard.
a learning.
Yeah.
It's a learning method.
But then he learned it a little too late. 'cause he
yeah,
dies.
because
Yeah.
he fucking dies.
Well, we
But
always.
he still had sex with one more girl after
Yeah,
this.
well, I mean, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was afterwards.
Clerk style.
Yeah. And
Death
then.
does not stop the wilt.
Yes. And then we also find out, too, before this, that Jenna has to be sacrificed
Right.
in order for the god to come through. And if they don't do it in time, basically some weird
Some
wrath,
battle happens.
Yeah,
is
some
what they say. Yeah.
crazy shit's going to happen and it's going to fucking destroy them, right?
So
yeah, then we get into where Zula has she has her new bow staff, right? That after she's had, I guess is number
Right.
2.
right.
She looks at the priest about to slit Jenna's throat, right? And fucking javelins that shit all the way across the room perfectly right in the
because they're
dude's
kind
chest.
of up. They're like
Yeah.
up, almost like balcony style. You know.
Kind of look like Thulsa Doom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. They're doing their whole fucking thing, right? And the fucking
Then you get Conan's big jump.
yeah, he's calling Ma Shakti Day and that shit.
Yeah.
And then she throws that shit straight through his chest. And then
Absolutely.
that's when, of course, the ritual's already started. So all the black clouds are coming around and it's
Right.
starting to really take
They
over. And-
reattach the horn to the statue.
yes.
So
And so the statue's coming to life, and it looks so fucking horrible. The plastic masks that they have on that, and I understand it's a transformation part, but they could have left that shit out and just shown the hands or something like that. But
And-
the face looks like a bad Tor Johnson mask.
Keeping things out
stretched.
will always
Yeah.
make your mind fill in the gap.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. There's a big gap in this one.
Yeah.
Keeping in time with everything in our episodes and dropping Deuces. It's Andre the Giant's in that.
yeah,
playing
yeah,
that.
Well, we haven't seen Andre the Giant yet
yeah.
because
He's not the final transformation.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Well, when we get there.
because whenever everybody's going nuts because like the peacocks are going crazy in the fucking shit too because there's peacocks everywhere.
Why wouldn't there be?
I know, right? And I guess they're the
Some-
creatures in that part of it.
Cock. Come
Yeah.
on. Just right on
Peacocks.
back to Wilt.
Yeah, and he's already slept with 4 more people. And then so basically they get into this big, awesome ass fucking fight. God, it's like I don't know. It's like Conan fucking really kind of goes after everybody in this one. He's like killing everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing something. Malik's like stabbing people in the kidneys again. Kidney
Yeah,
punching
Malik's
people.
gonna have a big moment here in a minute with a real nice shot.
Yeah. They finally get to where that fucking crazy ass weird Gilgothian shit demon comes out
Yeah,
with a
where
horn,
where
right?
The horn, the statue that the horn was attached to, transforms into this like
Instead of the god, it transforms into the bad thing that they said would
was gonna
happen.
happen if she didn't die.
Yeah. If she didn't get sacrificed to him, they were going to create this, and the fucking horns on it, right? And it does look like a shit demon. It really does. It looks pretty bad. It looks really bad. I feel bad for the effects guys on that one because they worked really hard.
Dropping Deuces
you know,
here.
yeah,
Deuces.
they worked really hard. So good job, but still at the same time, didn't look really cool at all. And that's when they find out they got to go for the fucking horn.
Yeah,
at
the
that
horn
point.
is his life.
Yeah. So this is Andre the Giant right here in this suit, because there's many pictures behind the scenes that show Wilt Chamberlain, Andre the Giant, and fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger together. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of those where they're like holding him up and shit like that.
That would be an imposing group to me, like in a dark alley.
Come on, don't go drinking with those guys.
Got like
or
this
maybe
big...
do.
Yes. Yeah,
as long as they like you.
Yeah, Andre's going to drink you under the table and everybody else, and Wilt might have a chance to
have sex with everyone.
have sex with everybody in the bar. And he's already slept with 5 more people since
One time he passed out in the hallway and they couldn't move him on tour, and they just put a blanket over Andre the Giant.
Like 2 blankets.
Well, how else are you going to do that?
Well,
then he rips it off. He rips off the horn.
Rips the fucking thing right out of his fucking face. You know, I mean, like, and that's the grossest part too. It's the most bloodiest, weirdest.
Yeah, like
weird shit.
I thought it was actually kind of cool, like the tissue and stuff, like when they rip it off. Yeah. That was probably some of the better effects for the.
You're right. That was the best part of that whole costume.
Yeah.
Instead of the shit demon, it was a shit demon with a horn. But yeah,
true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh when they had no intention. It was just the cloth ripped perfectly.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it actually works. Leave it in.
Leave it.
So then we cut to the scene of Jenna, right?
Yeah. That's whenever they finally defeat it. The clouds clear. Everything's good.
Life is beautiful again.
Yeah, the queen's dead. Everything's cool. You know, because the she dies whenever the shit demon goes after her.
Yeah, it kills her.
Yeah, it fucking
kills her straight out.
Takes her out first, so she's gone. So there's no more threat. She's inherited the kingdom.
Right.
And it's the fucking Star Wars fucking award ceremony scene. You know what I mean? Like they're all getting medals and shit.
I thought of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Zula?
Yeah.
You
now
should
you
have
get your
confidence. You're the captain of the guard.
Yeah. She's like, why can't a woman be the captain of my guard? And she's like, okay.
Yeah. And then,
you know, so
and
they
all turn to Conan
Yeah.
first to make sure it's okay with him.
Yeah, and he just nods
because
like,
Malik becomes the fool.
Yes.
And
as long as
Mako becomes the advisor.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, you know, you should come basically and be on the other throne.
Yeah. Well, when she asked Malik too, she's like, so from what I understand, every court needs its own jester.
Am I qualified?
And then he trips on his way up to the stairs. Of course, comedic action. You know what I mean? Yeah. You did it. You know. So he's
fetch my wine.
Yeah. So he's
piss boy.
Yeah.
He's the jester, and then fucking she needs a wizard. So she's got the most popular, or not most popular.
He's the most popular wizard.
He's the most popular wizard ever.
Across the
kingdom.
Like, sorry.
She's like, hey, can you pass this note to Conan? And Conan opens it up and it's like, do you like me? Check it out. No.
I think Harry Potter would be pissed.
Yeah. And then, well, I mean,
he doesn't know what it says because he can't read.
Yeah, he can't read. He can only count to 3.
And he says, I want
writes 3 on there.
Yeah, 3. You know, is a check. On something.
He just puts like his hand on it.
Crumbles it and throws it.
She's like, make your mark.
Yeah, he's like, Mark, how do you make Mark?
Wipes his butt with it.
But this is where he says he wants his own kingdom and his own queen with his own queen.
Because this is his land already.
Into the sunset. You know?
Yeah. It's like this whole stuff is taking part in his land anyway. Right. So he's basically on his own quests in his own, part of the country.
Journey.
Yeah. And he's still walking it out pretty much.
And then we see him on the throne at the end.
Yes.
That is a cool shot.
Yeah.
Because they were going to make Conan the Conqueror, right?
Yeah,
They always really have that scene in the end of it. And this one in particular, they actually showed his father's sword that was being forged at the very beginning.
Yeah.
By his side with his staff, with the Reaper blade on it and whatnot. And because he lost a sword kind of at the very end of the first one after he cuts off Thulsa Doom's head.
Right.
So the sword is no longer anywhere, but I guess they just threw it in there for illusion. It's not his Atlantean sword.
Right.
Because that's Conan's sword. It's a badass sword.
Right.
That's cool.
Well, that's That's the end of the movie because you're still basically wanting King Conan.
So yeah, he's just off on those are adventures for another day or whatever they say at the end of the movie.
I wish they would have made more.
Oh yeah, if they would have come back every 10 years, been like a James Bond kind of a franchise, or every 2-3 years and did something, it would have been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think that the sword and sorcery side kind of had waned for a little bit, you know, and they were kind of catching the end of that, anyways. You know what I mean?
They cut that in '83 was the end of it. From like '73 to '83, everything was gone.
Yeah.
You know
what are some other